sovereign energy, sacred boundaries, and relational prosperity. Quantum, opening. Your mind stands as a living laboratory where reality learns to take shape. Your nervous system tunes the orchestra. Your breath writes the score. Every limit you place with love becomes a door that opens wealth in connection. Sovereignty is not separation. Sovereignty is the art of loving without self-abandonment. Daraso 1. Deep gaze, the inner kingdom and the golden river. Imagine your life as a kingdom held by a river of light. The river is your energy. It nourishes gardens, feeds villages, and turns the mills of purpose. When the banks are clear and well kept, the water flows strong and generous. When the banks are neglected, the river floods fields or dries into trickles. Sacred boundaries are those living riverbanks. They do not imprison water. They guide it so abundance can bloom. A soul story unfolds. Mira loved to help. She said yes to every request. Her river tried to feed every field, and soon her crops withered. Elias carried ancestral pride in being the strong one. He built walls so high that even the sunlight had to ask permission. His wells ran cold. Mira learned to become a gardener of her time and attention. Elias learned to open a gate in the wall and place a bell of consent. Both discovered the same truth. Boundaries are instruments of harmony. They invite reciprocity. They sculpt the space where love breathes. Archetypes awaken. The sovereign crowns values and declares a living constitution. The warrior holds the line with heart-centered clarity. The lover pours warmth within the agreed circle. The sage illuminates patterns and whispers the next wise step. In you, these four sit in council. When the sovereign speaks, the warrior enacts, the lover nourishes, and the sage refines. This council does not attack life. It directs devotion. Relational prosperity emerges when presence replaces people-pleasing, when clarity replaces control, and when consent replaces covert contracts. Your yes becomes gold. Your number becomes silk. Both carry blessing when they arise from a centered core. 2. Scientific and psychological foundations. Nervous system, self, and choice. Humanistic psychology teaches that the person flourishes when congruence, empathy, and unconditional regard flow through relationship. Self-actualization ripens as behavior aligns with core values. Transpersonal psychology adds that identity expands beyond the narrow ego to include the field of awareness itself. From this union, sovereignty is not a fortress. It is a coherent field-shaping experience from the inside out. Neuroplasticity reminds that repeated focus rewires pathways. Every time you practice a clean boundary with compassionate tone, you imprint a neural track that supports future clarity. Breathing slowly elongates exhalations and signals safety. Safety expands perspective and choice. Choice feeds integrity. Integrity stabilizes prosperity. Relational patterns live in the body. A tight jaw often mirrors unsaid truths. A collapsed chest often mirrors emotional overgiving. Cold hands often mirror chronic hypervigilance. Warm hands often mirror enoughness in action. These are not diagnoses. They are invitations to listen with curiosity and kindness. NLP sees experience as coded by patterns. Images, sounds, and feelings knit meaning. Change the map and the path through the forest changes. Reframe a memory and the body receives a new option. Anchor a resource state and the present gains power. Language becomes a sculptor. Tonality becomes a bridge. Attention becomes a wand. From the transpersonal lens, states of expanded awareness soften rigidity. Meditation, prayer, and heart coherence can shift trait tendencies when practiced regularly. The deeper self is spacious and tender. From that depth, a boundary is not a blade. It is a tuning fork. Tools. 3. Applied biodecoding. The body as a book of agreements. The body carries imprints of emotional stories. It speaks through tension, posture, rhythm, and sensation. Sacred boundaries rewrite the story of permission within the body. Throat and jaw. Difficulty saying no often echoes as tightness, clenching, or frequent clearing. New agreements around speech begin to soften these zones. Heart and lungs. Overmerging or emotional drowning often echoes as shallow breathing or heaviness. When you install permission to receive and permission to decline, the chest learns a deeper breath. Solar plexus and stomach. Conflict avoidance often echoes as knots or burning. Clear, kind limits reduce internal acid. Skin and fascia. Leaky boundaries often echo as irritation, itch, or diffuse aches. Deliberate energetic containment helps the skin feel like home again. Pelvis and legs. Overcommitment often echoes as fatigue or restlessness. Grounded pacing replenishes these roots. A release pathway unfolds. 1. Recognition. Name the pattern without blame. Example. My body tightens when I override my number. 2. Meaning upgrade. Old belief. Saying no makes me unsafe. New belief. Saying a clean no keeps love honest and my body safe. 3. Somatic permission. Place one hand on chest and one on belly. Breathe slow. Whisper. I permit my system to stabilize before I respond. 4. Relational reagreement. Declare new boundaries with language that honors self and other. 5. Symbolic act. Write the old contract on paper and dissolve it in water with gratitude for the lesson. Write the new contract and place it where light touches it each morning. Body and biography dance together. When you edit the contract of consent, tissues receive a new choreography. Boomera 4. Quantum NLP Toolkit. Step-by-step practices for boundaries that bless. 4.1 State calibration. Yes, no, and neutral. Stand upright. Say silently, my sovereign yes feels like this. Recall a memory of aligned agreement. Notice breath depth, facial ease, posture. Anchor this by touching thumb and middle finger together. Say silently, my sovereign no feels like this. Recall a memory of healthy refusal. Notice firmness in belly and steadiness in gaze. Anchor this by touching thumb and ring finger together. Say silently, my sovereign neutral feels like this. Recall a memory of patient discernment. Anchor with thumb and little finger. This calibration becomes your inner compass before responding to requests. Number go. 4.2 Value Crown Statement. Write a one-sentence constitution. Example. I honor my body, my creative mission, and mutuality. I respond after I breathe. I give with joy and receive with grace. Read this aloud each morning while standing tall. This sets the tone for every boundary of the day. 4.3 Golden Egg Visualization. Sit with spine elongated. Inhale for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 6. Imagine a soft golden egg around you, extending one arm's length in every direction. The shell remains permeable to love and wisdom and gently filters intrusion and urgency. Whisper. My field is coherent. My love is discerning. My time is art. Use before meetings, calls, or gatherings. 4.4 Clean request formula structure creates safety. Use 4 lines. 1. Observation. When messages arrive after 9 p.m. 2. Feeling and need. I feel scattered and I need rest to serve well. 3rd boundary. I reply during 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. 4th offer. For urgent matters, send one message with the word priority at the start. Deliver with warmth and a steady tone. Repeat once if needed, then act congruently. 4.5 The two-door offer. When offering support, present 2 aligned options instead of an open grid. Example. I can help for 30 minutes today or for 2 hours next Tuesday. Which fits better for you? This keeps you inside your riverbanks and invites the other to choose with clarity. 4.6 Submodality. Reframe for old guilt. Bring to mind a time you said no and later felt guilt. Notice the mental picture, distance, size, color, brightness. Slide the image farther away. Reduce brightness. Add a soft frame. Now imagine your truest self placing a hand on younger you. Whisper, thank you for protecting our energy. Lock in by breathing 3 cycles slowly and touching your yes anchor. The nervous system learns that clean refusal equals protection and care. 4.7 The consent breath. Before replying to requests, take one exhale twice as long as the inhale. This puts choice in the driver's seat. Choice brings dignity to both sides of the relationship. 4.8 Boundary Language Bank. I want to support you and I choose a different timeline. That does not work for me, and here is what does. I am not available for that, and I celebrate your initiative. I can offer this much and no more. I hear your urgency and I commit to an answer by tomorrow at noon. 4.9 Aligned money boundaries. Prosperity loves clear edges. State your value openly. My session price is X. Offer a premium option with expanded value and a lighter option with focused value. Add grace windows that protect dignity. Example: 2 reschedules included each quarter. Create a refund policy that honors both learning and fairness. Declare it before payment. Clarity attracts partners who respect energy exchange. 4.10 The Reciprocity Ledger. Draw 2 columns, give and receive. For 1 week, note daily acts in each. If the columns diverge wildly, edit your offers or your asks. Balance is not a perfect symmetry. Balance is a felt congruence. Masano 5. Spiritual perspective. Christ consciousness, Buddhist emptiness, and the one heart consciousness as love meets form through you. Christic awareness speaks through active compassion and luminous integrity. Compassion without integrity dissolves into rescuer fatigue. Integrity without compassion hardens into cold righteousness. The middle path holds both. Your no can carry the fragrance of blessing. Your yes can carry the spine of truth. Buddhist emptiness reminds that phenomena arise interdependently. A boundary made from fear grips. A boundary made from wisdom floats. In the spacious view, love does not need to swallow or be swallowed. Love can be 2 torches tending the same fire. A prayer arises. May my heart remain soft. May my spine remain strong. May my word be clean. May my boundaries teach love by their clarity. Sacred limits become devotion. They honor the divine within you and the divine within others. They protect innocence from exploitation and purpose from dispersion. They turn relationships into temples where both can kneel without kneeling on their own necks. Takusar. 6. Integrative ritual, the daily covenant of soft gold. Timing: 10 to 20 minutes morning and evening for 21 days. Items: a small bowl of water, a white candle, and a blank card. Morning sequence: 1. Ground. Stand barefoot if possible. Inhale through nose for 4 counts. Exhale through mouth for 6 counts. Repeat 5 times. 2. Crown your values. Read your value crown statement aloud. Place your right hand over heart and left over belly. 3. Anoint the field. Dip fingertips in water and trace a circle in the air around you. Whisper, I seal my field with soft gold. I share generously from overflow. 4. Temple of Tasks. List the 3 acts that most align with your mission today. These become your non-negotiables. 5. Golden egg. Visualize the permeable shell. Imagine doors that open by consent and close with kindness. 6. Completion seal. Blow gently toward the candle flame without extinguishing it. Whisper, it is set. Evening sequence. 1. Reclaim cords. Imagine all cords of energy returning to their rightful owners in threads of light purified. Whisper, all that is mine returns to me. All that is not mine returns to its source blessed. 2. Gratitude triad. Name 1 boundary you honored, 1 lesson you received, and 1 gift you offered. 3. Water release. Speak 1 sentence of release into the bowl. Example, I release urgency that is not mine. Pour the water into earth or sink with reverence. 4. Rest decree. Whisper, my sleep restores the sovereign garden. My dawn rises with clear devotion. Weekly covenant. Rewrite 1 micro-agreement each week. Keep it simple. Example, no messages during meals. Place the new agreement on the blank card and keep it visible for 7 days. Practice library. Scripts, micro-acts, and embodied mantras. The 3-beat no. Breath in, breath out. Say, that will not work for me. Offer the alternative only if it is true. The gentle interruption. Raise hand slightly. Say, I want to hear you fully. I need a pause to integrate. The doorway pause. Before entering any call or room, place awareness on the soles of your feet. Whisper, presence first, performance later. The gifted exit. Close a loop with blessing. Thank you for the exchange. I am complete for now. The boundary hug. When a loved one pushes past your stated edge, Hold your own forearms gently. This anchors self-holding while you speak the limit again with warmth. Relational prosperity in action, tiers, circles, and rhythms. Prosperous relationships honor diverse distances and capacities. Inner circle. Few souls with high mutual availability. Contracts are explicit. Rituals of care exist. Creative circle. Collaborators with defined roles, timelines, and value exchange. Community circle. Wider network with light reciprocity, clear channels for requests. Public river. Content and service you pour open-handed within energy limits. Mark entry gates, expectations, and rhythms for each circle. When gateways are clear, resentment declines and generosity rises. Use rhythms to protect focus. Single day for deep work without meetings. Time windows for messages and social platforms. Renewal blocks for nature and art. Monthly clearing of old promises that no longer fit. This is not rigidity. This is choreography. Life becomes a dance that includes rests. Advanced transpersonal tools for depth and subtlety. Holographic timeline. Stand facing the future. Step back to a past version of you who first learned to override personal limits. Place a hand on that younger shoulder. Say, I see your loyalty. I free you from needing to grip. I continue with wiser strength. Turn toward the present and step back in. Feel the spine heighten. Field harmonization. Before group interactions, imagine a sphere of luminous breath around the whole field. Whisper, may truth be safe here. May pacing be kind. May consent be clear. Speak it once. Then let the energy carry the rest. Archetype rotation. When stuck, rotate roles inside. Ask the sovereign within to state the non-negotiable. Ask the warrior within to propose the clean act. Ask the lover within to soften the edges with empathy. Ask the sage within to check for unintended consequences. Then act. Congruence grows through practice. Unamas, repair and renewal. When boundaries broke and love frayed, breaks happen, repair is sacred. Self-repair. Name the fracture without drama. I said yes from fear. Offer self-forgiveness. I release the need to punish myself. Install a guardrail. Next time I request 1 hour before reply. Move the body. Walk or shake for 5 minutes to complete the stress cycle. Relational repair. Acknowledge impact. I see how my inconsistency created confusion. Restate the boundary. Going forward, I am available on weekdays 10 to 4. Offer a bridge if aligned. For this instance, I can make an exception and I will not repeat it. Repair is not groveling. Repair is leadership. Money, mission, and the ecology of care. Money carries the story of value flow. Boundaries decide the geometry of that flow. When mission grows, requests multiply. Without edges, service collapses. With wise edges, service scales. Design an ecology of offerings. Free river, teach and uplift within container limits. Mid-tier garden, group programs with clear scope, schedules, and caps. Deep well, high-touch work with strict entry and honest pricing. Legacy forest, books, music, art, and rituals that keep giving without constant presence. Declare the rules of the forest. Response windows, reschedule policy, payment agreements, communication channels. Post them in visible places. Rehearse them until they feel like a song. Your future self and your community will thank you. Embodied affirmations. Speak and become. My love stays soft and my edges stay clear. My time is sacred and my giving is joyful. My no protects my yes. My presence is wealth. Reciprocity is my native climate. Say them standing. Breathe as you speak. Let the words choose your posture. Let posture teach the nervous system new default settings. Closing of high vibration. Seal, challenge, and code. Master phrase. Boundaries made of love multiply love and stabilize abundance. Quantum challenge for the next 24 hours. Choose one real boundary to declare with warmth and clarity. Prepare the clean request formula. Breathe the consent breath. Speak once. Act congruently. Journal 3 lines about the body sensations that followed. Activation code. 3 times aloud. Softer than water. Stronger than gold. Sovereign and generous. Place right hand on heart and left on belly as you speak. Your kingdom roots. Your river sings. Your relationships prosper within the radiance of clean edges and luminous generosity. Con amor, Andreyu.